In online business, it just makes sense to have a membership site. There are so many benefits. You get monthly recurring revenue. You can do ongoing training with people. You get to be right there in the mix, and you do the same amount of work basically for 100 members as you do for 1,000. With that said, it's really important to know what makes a membership site successful. And in this video, I'm going to give you 3 key ingredients to a membership site. And then in future videos, we'll talk about how to set one up on Kajabi and then even mistakes you can avoid. But for this video, we're going to focus in on those 3 key ingredients for success in your membership site. This is day 65 of Crush It on Kajabi in 90 days. We're doing 90 days of videos all about your online business and how to start it, build it, and grow it on what I think is the best online business platform there is, which is Kajabi. If you want to jump onto Kajabi, be sure to use my link, lanesebring.com/Kajabi. With that, you get a 30-day free trial, 30 days to check it out, see if it's for you, see if you like it. You'll also get a 45-minute one-on-one Zoom call with me where we can talk about your business, talk about Kajabi, and how to get the best possible start on that platform. And then once you sign onto Kajabi, like you get through your free trial and you decide to become a member, I'm going to give you my $25,000 course launch email template. These are the exact emails and the exact email strategy that I used to launch my first course, which made over $25,000 in its first 3 launchings. I'm going to give you all of that as a way to say thank you for using my link, because that is an affiliate link, so I do get a commission when you use it. So if you're going to jump onto Kajabi anyway, and you appreciate what we do here on this channel and it's helpful to you, then be sure to use my link. As we dig into what makes membership sites successful, it's important to point out what goes wrong. A lot of times, online business owners or course creators will have an online course and they'll be selling it, and they'll think to themselves, wow, I should really have a membership site so that I can have the monthly recurring revenue. All these people will join my membership site, they'll pay me every month, and I will sail off into the sunset a happy business owner. And then they go on to build a membership site and make some key mistakes. We'll talk more about these in another video, but sometimes those mistakes include too much content, where it's like a Netflix of whatever niche, which you do not want to be. I'll talk about that in another video. Or it's an overcommitment on their part. So they commit themselves to all kinds of things that is going to be very difficult to sustain and maintain throughout the months and weeks to come. So there's a lot of ways membership sites can go wrong, but there are 3 key ingredients that if these things are a part of your membership site in the right way, then you're setting yourself up for long-term success. So what I want to do is break down all 3 of these key ingredients and talk about how they fit into your membership site. The first ingredient is content or training. This is the part of your membership site that looks and feels like online courses. This is probably what you might think of when you think of a membership site, that you put content on there every month and people pay an ongoing subscription to continue to have access to that content. Now remember, this is just one of 3 parts, but it's a pretty important part. In my membership site, I split the content into 2 categories: a masterclass each month and a live Q&A call each month. I consider both of those content, but they have different goals and different ways that they're delivered. Let's start with the masterclass. The masterclass, think of it like a lesson in a course. So if you were to build an online course, you would have the course. It would be broken down into modules if it's like a flagship course, and those modules would be broken down into lessons. And you might call it something different than modules and lessons, but basically you would have categories and you would have videos that people watch. Well, think of a masterclass as one lesson from a course. It's 40 minutes, 30 minutes, it goes very in depth, and I provide worksheets, PDFs, downloadables, and other resources along with it for my students to take the content further. They expect one masterclass from me a month. And there's very specific reasons why I only do one a month, which again, I'll talk about in another video coming up in a few days. But one masterclass a month, and it is intended to kind of set the tone for what we're discussing in the community and around the community for that month. This is why my masterclasses are always made available on the first of the month to my members. The second type of content that I do is live Q&A calls. These are middle of the month. There is one of them a month, and we jump on a Zoom call webinar, me and the guy that I partner with to do this membership site, and we take questions live or pre-submitted and we discuss them. And a lot of times what we're discussing is what's happening in the masterclass, in the comments surrounding that, what questions have come out of that kind of topic for the month, and then anything else that's been submitted. And that's typically 1 hour. So far, in terms of my content, which is the first key ingredient, I have a masterclass, which is a pre-recorded lesson with downloadables, worksheets, PDFs, all that. And then I have a live Q&A webinar type experience once a month. Now, the second key ingredient that will make your membership site work is community. Stu McLaren says that people will join your membership site because of the content, but they'll stay because of the community. Most people don't know the value that the community will bring to them until they're inside the membership site itself. So you want to foster community within the membership site. I talked about this a few days ago in my video comparing Facebook groups to the Kajabi community product, and I'll talk about it again in the coming days. But Kajabi has a really good way that they set up community. You give your members access to a community where they can post comments, post videos, post links, give feedback to each other, do peer-to-peer coaching, give encouragement. You can even set up categories where people can post based on the type of comment that they're leaving. So there's all kinds of cool things that you can do within Kajabi for community, but the main thing to understand is that in your membership site, you need to position it so that people meet each other, so that you tell them and show them how to share in that community so that it can be a place where people can give and take within your niche. You want that membership site to be valuable to people, not just because of the content that you're teaching. They can get that in your courses. What makes the membership site special is that they have these ongoing relationships that they build with other people that they're in the membership site with, and it just makes it more sticky. They don't want to leave because they don't want to leave that community and that shared experience. So far we have key ingredient number 1, which is content, number 2, which is community, and then finally number 3 is a success path. This is from Stu McLaren's teaching on membership sites. He's kind of the guru on all of this, but he suggests to have a success path or a members path so that they know when they get in your membership site where they're heading. One of the mistakes that people make with membership sites is they ask people to join with kind of this open-ended goal of just, we're gonna grow together, or I'm gonna help you with this ongoing training. And that's awesome, but it's not compelling enough for people to stick for a long time. What you need is to map out exactly what it looks like to go through your membership site over the next 2, 3, 4 years, and how you're going to help them develop down this path of success. So you might define this in stages or phases that people are going to go through, and you can have your members self-identify where they are, and then you're just showing them the next step and the next step. In my membership site, I actually have 4 stages in my success path, and those stages are also tied to the community thread because people can post and have conversations around their specific stage that they're in within the success path. So there's all kinds of ways that you can organize these 3 elements, but you have to have all 3. You need to have content, you need to have community, and you need to have some kind of clearly defined path of what it looks like for your members to be successful. If you have all 3 of these, you'll be well on your way to creating something that people want to be a part of and don't want to leave. And you can set one of these up easily on Kajabi, which we'll talk about in the coming days. And if you're not on Kajabi yet, you definitely should jump on. You can use my link below, lanesebring.com/Kajabi. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Let me know in the comments what questions you have. And at this point, check out this playlist right here where we'll talk more about Kajabi, and I'll answer even more questions you have about whether or not it's right for you. So click right there, and I'll see you in that playlist.